Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. You better buckle up because the NFL landscape is shifting in a way that could redefine the NFC East for years to come. Rumors are swirling around an eye-popping blockbuster trade that could send shockwaves through the league. And it involves none other than C.J. Stroud, the talented young quarterback from the Houston Texans. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Wait, Stroud, the Texans QB. Are we really talking about him moving to the Giants? And yes, it's true. The buzz is real, and everything points to the possibility that the Giants might be making a bold move to acquire Stroud in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. Sources close to the matter, including respected insiders like Diana Rossini, have been whispering about this potential deal. They say that Houston is fielding calls and exploring options to optimize their cap space, especially on the defensive side. And part of that strategy involves moving on from Stroud, who has been turning heads with his impressive play this season. The Texans are currently sitting at 6-4, and although they're in the thick of the playoff hunt, they're also keen on restructuring their roster to maximize their cap room. That's where the Giants come into play, especially considering their ongoing need for a franchise quarterback and a desire to inject youth and mobility into their offense. C.J. Stroud, for those of you who may not be fully familiar, has emerged as one of the most promising quarterbacks in the league this season. It's not just hype. This guy has a laser-sharp accuracy that's rarely seen at this stage of his career. He completed 198 of 312 passes so far in 2023, maintaining a solid 63.5% completion rate with over 345 yards, 16 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions. His quarterback rating is sitting at an impressive 94.2, and his PFF grade is among the top 12 quarterbacks in the league at 82.3. That's elite company. When you look at his EPA per dropback, he's averaging around 0.15, and his deep pass accuracy hovers around 48%. The numbers are telling us that this guy is not just a game manager. He can stretch the field, make plays under pressure, and bring a mobile threat that could elevate the Giants' offense to a whole new level. And it's not just about this season. Stroud's career stats reflect a guy with a ton of upside. Over 650 completions, more than 800 yards passing, and 52 touchdowns so far. He's had minimal injury issues, missing just 9 games in his 2025 season, which shows durability. His pocket presence is already close to elite, reminiscent of guys like Joe Burrow, and the potential boost he could bring if traded to the Giants might be huge. Imagine a scenario where he's the starter, protected by an offensive line that's been improving, with the mobility to extend plays and make throws on the run. That could be exactly what head coach Brian Daboll needs to revitalize the offense and keep defenses guessing. Now, the Texans are in a unique position. They're currently 6-4, and while that's a promising record, they've been focusing heavily on their defense, especially their defensive line, which they're trying to extend and improve. They've also been freeing up cap space, about $20 million, by moving on from Stroud, all while emphasizing the importance of their run game after allowing 216 points so far. Houston's focus on defense and cap flexibility suggests they're looking to rebuild strategically, and part of that includes making tough decisions like trading away a young quarterback who's proven he belongs in the league. But what does this mean for the Giants? Well, the impact could be seismic. If the deal goes through and the Giants acquire Stroud, it would be a game changer. The projections are pretty staggering, adding over 800 passing yards, increasing their completion rate by around 20%, and boosting red zone efficiency by 25%. That's a massive upgrade for an offense that's been searching for consistency. Compared to their current quarterback situation, Stroud's PFF grade of 82 is substantially higher than what they're getting from their current options. His sack rate could drop significantly, down to about 3.1 sacks per game, especially with Neal back on the line, which would give Daniel Jones some breathing room but also threaten his starting spot if Stroud proves he can lead this team. Furthermore, this move could push the Giants into a new level of offensive production, with projections indicating an increase of around 18 2 points per game, bringing their average up to 24. That kind of scoring punch, combined with an improved defense that could gain around 5 more minutes of possession per game, might be just enough to turn the tide in their favor and push them into serious playoff contention. The potential for a mid-season shakeup like this is huge. This isn't just about one player. It's about changing the franchise's trajectory, and fans couldn't be more excited or anxious about what this could mean for the team's future. In terms of playoff implications, the odds are getting more interesting. From a long shot at plus 50-0, the Giants could see their chances improve to around plus 15-0 if they land Stroud. His mobility and ability to perform under pressure, especially against blitzes, could be the X factor that helps them make a deep playoff run. Remember, Stroud's ability to extend plays and make quick decisions under pressure is a critical trait for any QB trying to succeed in the postseason. If he joins the Giants, he could be the spark that ignites a new era of success, one where the team's offense becomes even more explosive and unpredictable. Now, from the Texans' perspective, this move might be a bit of a gamble, but it's also a strategic decision. They're clearly trying to build around their defense and maximize their cap space, while giving themselves options to reload for the future. On the other hand, the Giants are looking at this like a franchise-defining opportunity. The optimism from the front office is palpable. They see Stroud as a potential franchise quarterback who can elevate the team and bring stability to the position for years to come. Of course, skepticism exists, especially among those who want to see more consistency and proven success, but the Giants' management is clearly betting on his upside. So what do you, the fans, think about this? Is this the move that finally pushes the Giants back to the top of the NFC? Can Stroud be the guy who leads this team into the playoffs and beyond? Or is it too risky to give up a future first-round pick for a young QB still proving himself? These are the questions that are dominating conversations around the league right now, and you better believe that if this trade happens, it will be one of the biggest stories of the offseason. As the NFL season continues to unfold, everything is pointing toward a very dynamic and unpredictable future for the Giants. The potential acquisition of C.J. Stroud could be the spark that reignites the franchise, giving fans a lot to be excited about. The team has shown flashes of brilliance this year, and with a quarterback of Stroud's caliber, the sky might be the limit. We're talking about a guy who could transform the offense, add a new dimension with his mobility, and help the Giants become a real contender once again. It's an exciting, nerve-wracking time for all of us who bleed blue, and we can't wait to see how this story unfolds. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this possible blockbuster move? Do you think acquiring Stroud is the right call? Will he be the franchise quarterback the Giants have been searching for? Or do you think the price is too steep and they should stick with what they have? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to this team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest news on the New York Giants. This offseason could be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we're here to cover every twist and turn with you, the true fans. Keep the faith, keep the passion, and let's hope that big moves are on the horizon that can bring another Super Bowl trophy back to the Meadowlands.